This is the Cholo News Report for Friday 26 January 2018. A fire in a hospital in the South Korean city of Muryang kills at least 31 people and injures another 40. The blaze began at the general ward's first-floor emergency room, and most of the dead were from the first and second floors, the National Fire Agency official said. Muryang fire officials put out the blaze around 3 hours after it started, and preventing it from reaching the upper floors. Most of the 39 deaths appeared to be due to suffocation, with only one suffering burns, said an agency official who spoke on condition of anonymity, because he was not authorized to speak to media. Rescue work is underway in a desperate search to find around 100 patients believed to still be inside the hospital. The blaze is suspected to have started in the emergency room, and firefighters tackled the fire for 3 hours, authorities said. President Moon Jae-in has called an emergency meeting with his senior aides on Friday to discuss ways to deal with the tragic fire. 13 civilians traveling from Burkina Faso are killed after their vehicle struck a landmine near the village of Boni in Malis Mopti region. The vehicle had crossed the volatile border with neighboring Burkina Faso, where militants loyal to Islamic State are known to operate, when it ran over the mine, Malian Army spokesman Colonel Diaran Kone said. That has shifted the battlefield closer to the more prosperous south and capital Bamako, raising concerns for the security of a presidential election expected between July and November. In a separate incident, the Malian military said its forces came under attack in the town of Iwarao, also near Mopti, but that they had repelled it. Financial analysts interpret remarks by United States Secretary of the Treasury Steven Mnuchin as an indication that the United States may change the strong dollar policy that it holds since the 90s. This is evidenced by the fact that it did not deliver the usual message that a strong dollar is good for America. But when given the opportunity to clarify his comments at the World Economic Forum early Thursday, Mnuchin did not latch onto the strong US dollar rhetoric used by past Treasury secretaries. David Wu, head of global rates and foreign exchange at Bank of America, did not see Mnuchin's comments as signaling a shift in policy. Mario Draghi, the president of the European Central Bank, says that the comments are contrary to a decade-old agreement not to target each other's exchange rate. The European Central Bank keeps its policy unchanged for now. Striking a moderately dovish tone, Draghi also pushed back on rate hike expectations, arguing there was almost no chance of a move this year, even as some investors were betting on a rise as early as December. The euro now trades 7% higher than in December, when the ECB unveiled its latest economic projections, suggesting some downward pressure on import prices. At least 3 people are killed, and over 100 injured in a train derailment near Milan, Italy. Several people were rescued from the wreckage of the carriages that derailed next to the Pioltello Limito station in the morning rush hour. RFI, which manages the rail network, said there was a rupture in the track but that it was unclear whether this was a cause or a consequence of the accident. November 2012. 6 people believed to be Romanian farm workers are killed after a van they were traveling in is struck by a train as it crosses railway tracks in Calabria. About 100 other people sustained light injuries, Cristina Corbetta, an official with the regional emergency services in Milan, told Sky TG24. One of the injured, seen with ripped clothes, covered with a thermal blanket and wearing an oxygen mask, was evacuated by helicopter. The first images released by the fire service showed a passenger trapped in their seat, surrounded by bits of the collapsed ceiling, and part of the wall twisted by the shock.